The cruise industry continues to be an excellent way to visit the world. However, as the regulations governing foreign travel continue to grow, it is essential for cruisers to remain aware. These travel regulations can include limits on personal belongings, as well as legislation that are specific to particular ports of call within the country. By being aware of these restrictions, cruisers will be able to avoid incurring fines, arrests, and other issues, which will allow them to take pleasure in their vacations without any anxiety. 1. Medication restrictions in Japan. The restrictions governing medication in Japan are among the most rigorous in the world, and Japan is a popular destination for cruises. Unlawful drugs that are commonly used to treat pain, depression, attention deficit, hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, and even allergy medications like pseudoephedrine. When looking for the most recent information, tourists are strongly encouraged to check the website of Japan's Ministry of Health, Labor, and Welfare. Because it is possible that certain prescriptions will need to be approved in advance, it is essential that you get in touch with the Japanese authorities well in advance of your trip if you have any concerns. 2. Camouflage clothing banned in several Caribbean destinations. It is possible that camouflage clothing is stylish, yet, due to the fact that it is associated with military personnel, it is not permitted in a number of Caribbean places. In certain circumstances, breaking this rule may result in monetary fines or the request to change into a different outfit. Despite the fact that cruise lines normally permit passengers to wear camouflage clothes while on board, it is essential to be aware that wearing such apparel when disembarking in particular Caribbean nations may result in a variety of complications. In the event that you intend to explore these regions, it is recommended that you do not bring your camouflage with you. 3. New TSA limits on hand sanitizer. The Transportation Security Administration, TSA, has revised its laws on hand sanitizer in light of the fact that health and safety remain at the forefront of air travel. However, with the implementation of the standard liquid standards, you are now restricted to carrying no more than 3.4 ounces, 100 milliliters, of hand sanitizer with you at any given time. If you are unsure about other liquid limitations or objects that you intend to bring, you should make sure to consult the Ask TSA tool that is provided by the Transportation Security Administration. It is a resource that may be accessed on their website, through Facebook, or through X, formerly known as Twitter. It is both rapid and dependable. 4. Carnival Cruise Line's Bluetooth speaker ban. In 2025, Carnival Cruise Line has decided to implement a new rule that bans the use of Bluetooth speakers on board. While other cruise lines may still allow them in your stateroom at low volumes, Carnival has opted to take a stricter approach. The decision came as a response to complaints from passengers who found that loud or disruptive music was being played in common areas, causing disturbances for others. While the ban applies to Carnival specifically, other cruise lines are likely to follow suit if noise-related issues persist. If you're cruising with Carnival, it's best to leave your Bluetooth speaker at home to avoid the hassle of it being confiscated. 5. Drones. Be aware of local restrictions and cruise line policies. Drones have become a popular way to capture stunning vacation moments, but travelers must be cautious when bringing them on cruises. For example, many cruise lines require passengers to check in drones and only use them at ports of call. However, drone usage is heavily regulated in many destinations, especially in popular tourist spots and near landmarks. There are outright drone bans in several countries, including France, and restricted areas in places like Venice, where drones are not allowed in highly populated zones or near monuments. Violating drone laws can result in steep fines or even jail time, as seen in cases where tourists flew drones near protected sites. Always research the specific rules for each port before flying your drone. 6. Norwegian Cruise Line's unique bans. Norwegian Cruise Line, NCL, has several notable bans that cruisers should be aware of. The line prohibits walkie-talkies, a common communication tool for families or groups traveling together. NCL has a ban on door decorations for staterooms. Many cruisers enjoy marking their cabin doors with fun, creative decorations, but due to fire safety concerns, decorations are often made from highly flammable materials, Norwegian does not allow them on board. These rules are specific to Norwegian, so other cruise lines may have different policies, but they should be considered when choosing a cruise line. 7. Grenada's swimsuit law. There is a legislation in Grenada that governs public decency that prohibits people from wearing swimsuits anywhere other than on the beach. Indecent exposure is regarded to occur when you wear your swimwear in public places like restaurants, shops, or while you are making your way back to the ship. However, it is entirely acceptable to wear your swimwear when you are on the beach. Due to the fact that those who violate the rules may be subject to penalties or legal action, it is essential to remember to cover up before leaving the beach area. When traveling to Grenada, it is important to be aware of this law, as it is not something that many cruisers are familiar with. 8th public profanity ban in St. Kitts. It is against the law to use profanity in public in St. Kitts, and doing so can result in severe consequences. It is essential to keep in mind that this prohibition applies not only to residents of the area, but also to visitors. As a result of the fact that many cruisers are unaware of this law, there have been instances in which passengers have been subjected to penalties for using language that is deemed unacceptable in public spaces. When traveling to St. Kitts, it is important to be aware of your language in order to avoid any potential problems. 9. Royal Caribbean's baby monitor ban. Royal Caribbean has introduced a policy that prohibits the use of baby monitors on board. This policy was enacted after a popular social media couple revealed they left their children in a stateroom while they dined and monitored them with a baby monitor. The decision to prohibit baby monitors came after potential risks of surveillance equipment malfunctioning or causing disruptions to other passengers. Parents with young children should plan accordingly and make other arrangements for monitoring their children during meals or activities. 10. Power strip ban on Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean has recently banned non-surge protected power strips, as well as certain types of appliances like blenders and professional-grade metal detectors. This change came shortly after power issues on board some of the new ships, including the Icon of the Seas and Utopia of the Seas. These ships experienced power outages, prompting the cruise line to reconsider allowing non-surge protected devices that could pose a safety hazard. Travelers can still bring surge-protected multi-plug outlets or USB chargers, but it's important to note that older power strips and multi-plug outlets that don't have surge protection are now prohibited. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.